Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Lalip tribe, and we are back under the reign of Tatata, the berry-eyed berry picker, and he has determined that we are going to be spending a lot of our time busy picking berries, and oh my goodness, the same little glitch that we have discovered last time has happened once more, so I'll have to report it, but I really like this glitch. We have just loaded up the game and all of our berries are back on our bushes. Well, that's a pretty lucky move, and maybe we'll take it as a sign that Tatata's idea of focusing primarily on berry picking and pulling his tribe away from all of the poking at the sea that they have been trying to do the past few generations, maybe there's a little bit of merit to that. And actually, Tatata focusing so hard on all of the berries and gathering up all of that food has meant that we are experiencing a time of plenty for our tribe like never before. We're up to 96 food, which is about halfway to the point where I will feel comfortable then gathering up the best of our surviving children and taking them over to the middle island. And that's actually something I want to do really soon, a lot sooner than we've done with our past two tribes, because once we get over to the middle island, I will be able to determine what kind of resources are there across the sea in the mysterious new land, and we will be able to determine what we need to do genetically for influencing our tribe's children. So right now we've been poking around and learning that the drawbacks of short-sighted eyes are tremendous and I don't like them. So we have put normal-sighted eyes into our mutation menu, and we're going to try to mutate in normal-sighted eyes, and we are leaving in just a teensy tiny little chance for water body as well, though we've had zero luck with getting water body so far. So we're going to go ahead and continue gathering up berries and preparing to move to the middle island and breeding up our various creatures and trying to see what kind of amazingly interesting, very unique babies they might have. So let's go ahead and let Kona, can she reach anything here? She can kind of do a little bit of digging if she feels sort of bored, but Kona may go and find a new mate in Neuro next. I think that those two can actually have some pretty healthy children. Wouldn't have any green-eyed children, but let's see. Genetically they match. So I think Kona is going to be eyeing up Neuro as her new mate. And then Marius can actually gather up these berries, so good on her. And next up, let's see, I believe that Mimikoy is about to pass away, unfortunately, but she leaves behind a wonderful child who looks just like her named Sequoy. So Sequoy actually has spiky body. It's kind of hidden up against her mother there, and she looks just like her mom. We were actually mentioning last time. Here's Mimikoy, and here's her daughter Sequoy. They look pretty identical, and they both carry so much of an influence from their mother/grandmother, Quace. So look at this. Quace was one of the random creatures who just bumbled into our tribe. We kind of bred her on a whim, and now I'm not sure if I regret it or if it turned out to be something very interesting to affect our tribe for several generations, because now Quace's genes with her short-sighted eyes and that recessive spiky body have ended up affecting a huge number of our creatures, and we have so many creatures who display who have ended up displaying the spiky body and who have ended up with spit snout and short-sighted eyes, and I think it all can be traced back to Quace. So I'm not sure, Quace, what your effect was on the tribe, but it's definitely lasted a while. So we'll see how long the spit snout porcupine continues, and we will try pretty hard as soon as little Kai down here is old enough to breed up some berry-eyed berry pickers. So that's something I would really love to see come from this tribe, and I would really love to see some aquatic creatures at some point, but we're just not having any luck with the aquatic genes being strong enough to justify all of the investment and the low return of hunting for fish and clams in the water. I think we need to get some creatures that can move through the water very quickly and effectively, and then we'll start experimenting with that. But alright, let's go ahead and have a slight sneezing fit and then move on. Alright, so let's see. Okay, we'll go ahead and have the next turn come by. Oh, Mimikoy, rest in peace, Mimikoy. I'm going to miss you. Your daughter is a ferocious fighter. I think she will be quite fascinating. Actually, will she be a good mate? No, she won't be a good mate for Oro because they both have immunity H. But Sequoy, again, I don't really want to pass on the short-sighted eyes, maybe not even the spiky body or the spit snout, but the fact of the matter is that they do have some pretty good immunity genes. So we'll have little Mimikoy kind of scooch over here. She's a fierce little bundle of spikes and prickliness. Quite adorable if you ask me. And we're going to move Ori over into the nest, and she can stay right here and just nibble on some roots. And she kind of seems like the stoic type, if you ask me, the stoic, excuse me, type, who she spent most of her life in the early years wandering along the beach all by herself and gathering up different clams and cracking them open. And she finally wandered back into the tribe and has ended up having some very interesting children. So I imagine she just sort of is staring at these bones, not really that affected, but who knows what goes on in her mind. Her beautiful orange eyes and her very mysterious quiet nature, who knows what she's thinking as she stares at the bones of Mimikoy, the female that she has shared this nest with for so long. All right, and we're going to have Oro, who is her eldest child, go ahead and start... Oh, you can dig up the bunny burrow? Do I want to do that? Oh, you can! You can try to dig into the bunny burrow. I think that would be very interesting if you could actually dig in there and dig out a bunny or so. That would be cool if you could dig up a bunny every now and then. That's interesting. All right, so she took Dukro as her mate. Dukro is about to pass away. I think we'll just have to let that happen. All right, Dukro, thank you so much for your contributions. We'll let him do his favorite digging. Oh, and we have a bunny right over here. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I missed it! I missed it because I ended up digging up the beach instead. All right, Mila. I'm going to have you step in and do some bunny defense action. And actually, I think Mila can just go ahead and step into this nest. Let's move Izana out of the nest. She's another spiky-bodied child. Like I said, Koise's influence is being felt through a lot of the tribe. We have a lot of spitsnouts. We have a lot of spikes. This is very interesting to see where the Lalip tribe is going. You can control a lot of how your genetics play out in this game, but I really enjoy just stepping back and letting them go wild and seeing what happens. All right, so we'll have this little one step out of the nest and maybe guard this berry bush. What does she have as far as stats? So she's got really good strength, and she's got okay collecting, and she doesn't really have a lot of speed, so she won't wander too far. And we'll go ahead and have Mila come over. Yeah, we'll have her just jump straight into the nest and then gather up these berries. There we go. And Kona is actually planning on having Neuro become one of her mates. So we may have Kona, let's see. Am I going to have her move over? I could have her come over here and then clear this away. And then we'll clear this away. And I'm sorry, Neuro, you've got an obligation to contribute to the tribe. I think all of the males are a little nervous when it comes to Kona, but they understand they need to have babies, healthy babies. So, oh, I'm sorry, Neuro. Oh, that's so tough. That's so tough. Well, maybe we need to breed out the spikes. But the thing is, Kona has some immunity genes that we really need to see passed on. And she's one of the few less related females in the tribe compared to all the other females we have. All right, and then over here, we've got Dukrovan. I'm going to have him go ahead and get that bunny too. We have a lot of bunny meat we need to collect up now. And we'll have Roduk come over and clear away some of this area. We'll have Rasisi, I'll move her over here. She can be more effective gathering up these berries. Little Kai, unfortunately, doesn't have the ability to collect any berries. She will be aging up soon, though, so that'll be helpful. Can she do any digging? No digging. And she can't collect up berries, and she's short-sighted. So she's not the most ideal mate for Tatata, but she may have violet-eyed children, and she is the only one who is healthy as far as the immunity genes to breed with him. All right, so let's go ahead and gather these up. So Tatata is still gathering up the berries. We have Cecilia. See, we just have so many creatures who can't really do much right now. So they're generalist. They just have one or two skills in each category. But we're really going to try to start focusing on some specialists and cleaning up our genetic mess that we have everywhere. All right, so we have 2 children getting ready to be born. Mila's child, and then we have Ori's child. So let's go ahead and see what kind of babies they have. And... oh my goodness, oh goodbye, Dukta. Oh, he was such a good male. He had so many babies. Oh my gosh, Ori. Kirta, oh, she's had a boy. He has hemophilia, unfortunately. He has water body. What? Let me see. We have water body Ori. I think that this is what she's always wanted, is a child who can explore the sea. Oh my gosh, let's name him Orota. There we go. And I think she's always dreamed of a child who could go out and explore the sea. He has 2 digging paws, of all things, but he does have a lot of swimming. He has water body too, and he has underwater breathing, the ability to stay underwater. So Ortha, finally, we have somebody who can explore the ocean, and we'll have to see what he looks like once he's out of the nest, so we can see what kind of body is water body. That's so exciting. All right. What am I going to do with Ori? If she could have a male come visit her really quickly, she could have one last child. I would really love that. If she can just get over here. Darn. If I can... she's not going to make it. It's not going to happen. I can try. I want to at least give it a good attempt, but I don't think it's going to happen. All right, and then little Siko can come over and we'll have her start examining. Yeah, she's got excellent fighting and good fishing, but we'll have her start clearing away some of the grasses. Oro is a great fighter too, and he does have venomous fangs. Oro, see, he makes me think I would really love to send him onto the next island with some other tribe members so we can start sorting out our genes there. I feel like we've made such a mess over here, a really fun mess because we're experimenting with the new update, and you should just always be gentle with yourself when you're trying out something new. But I really want to move to the next island, so we'll think about that. Little Oro, I'm gonna think about maybe being able to move you on if you can live long enough, please. Even if you have some genes I don't want to pass on, like hemophilia. But until then, what should I have him do? I think I'm gonna have him just dive over here and start clearing away the grass, just whacking away at it like a very eager little juvenile. Oh, not to mention there's something he might be able to chase over there. All right, and then Cecilia, oh, she's got the ability to possibly help out with knocking down some bunnies with those big old paws. And that would actually be from her antlers, believe it or not, hunting with her antlers of all things. All right, and then over here we have Mirius, and she can gather up these berries, which is what Tatata really likes to see. We also have another little berry collector in Isana right here. Oh, and then who do we have here? Kirkir. So little Kirkir has been born. Oh, thank goodness. He is healthy on immunity, even though we had to breed together a couple pretty closely related creatures. And he is another double digging paw. So look at that. Look at that. Okay. Can't do any of the berry collecting, but digging paw probably has a place. It probably has a place. And let's see. He's good at swimming. That's so interesting because we have swimmer tail. Do any of the other tails, I mean, we have swimmer tail and fishing tail, so I'm not sure what would be more useful of the two, because 2 of those are for water movement, so I'm gonna have to research that, I think. All right, little Mila, you have actually had a pretty good child. I'm very happy with the results there. Would I have her have a child with Tatata? Maybe? I'm not sure. I don't think we really need to have another baby just yet. We need some female children that I would feel happy with sending to the next island. But we're thinking ahead of ourselves again. We still need to just focus on gathering up plenty of food. So we'll focus on berries. We'll focus on trying to defend our berries from the bunnies. And we'll get up to around 200 food, and then we'll start talking about moving to the next island. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself. All right, and I need to be careful because I keep digging up the beach over here. All right, there we go. Clearing away some of the grasses there. And let's have Kona. She's getting a little older, but let's have her go ahead and try to tackle this next nest. That might be a good spot for her to have her last baby. And then let's come over here. We'll have Rasisi. I'm not sure if she'll ever get a chance to have a child. We may have her breed with Dukrovan. They're a little bit closely related, but I'm hoping that they'll be able to have at least 1 or 2 healthy children because they do have normal eyes. And I think I want to do that. I think we're going to focus on trying to breed up for normal eyes right now. So I may have those 2 breed before Rasisi passes on. All right, and then Roduk over here, he's going to be digging up this side and clearing away these grasses. And finally, we have Tatata, who's probably very excited because it is finally time for him to have some children of his own with Kai. So let's send him down here. He and Kai will prepare for their very first child. So the very first child of the berry-eyed leader who has brought in the berry era, which truly is an era of abundance for this family. All right, and he'll gather up that. All right, wonderful. And I really am excited to have Orota, because he's going to be our very first water-bodied creature. We'll have to see what he has. All right, and the very first child of Kai and Tata is about to be born, and it is a beautiful baby girl. Look at her. Oh, I think that somebody is so proud. Oh my gosh, La Na Na. What a name. She is born with a beautiful name. I love it. So La Na Na. She has violet eyes, immunity G, immunity B, hemophilia, but otherwise is pretty healthy. I'm actually pretty happy with that. She has just a teensy bit of collecting, but she's very strong. So I actually like her as a potential candidate. Oh, I hope she sticks around long enough to be able to go to the next island. That is awesome. All right, so we've had a baby there. How far can Kai move? Can I move her 1, 2 into the nest? I think I can if I'm creative about this. All right, Kirkir is going to scooch over, and unfortunately Kirkir is most effective, normal eyes at least, but he is most effective as a digger. So we'll send him out here, and he's looking at this big open field with so much excitement because he can hopefully dig quite a few things up from over here. Speaking of digging, oh, Neuro, look at you. You are so cool looking. We're going to send Neuro up here, and hopefully, that bunny came back. All right, and I can't really reach the bunny, unfortunately. I think Sequoia is getting pretty annoyed at having this bunny taunt them and eat all of their berries. So she's going to go try to tackle it. And then let's get little Orota off of the nest. What do you look like, little one? It's still so hard to see. Let's have your brother clear away some of this grass so that I can see a bit better. I can't really tell. Whoop, there we go. Can't really see any specific differences just yet. He looks a little bit more blue. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait till I can clear away more grass. And dang it, Ori is not going to make it to watching her last child be born. So that's a bit of a pity. She had some very, very interesting children. Does Orota? Yeah, he has orange eye recessive. All right, but really eyes, we'll have to remember, doesn't matter what the eyes look like for now. Another bunny stealing our berries. Oh, Cecilia will take care of that. She'll handle that. But yeah, it doesn't really matter what the eyes look like right now when we're still working so hard on just trying to keep our creatures alive. Though we're being pretty successful on that. All right, so we need to get these bunnies out of the way. Almost there. What? They're everywhere, you guys. They're absolutely everywhere, even in the nest. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. All right, Kona, you have permission to clear that bunny out of the way and claim that nest as your own. And then, let's see, we'll gather up these berries. They're just all over the place, you guys. And then we'll get Mila out of the nest. What is her best ability? She's another generalist. She's actually best used for exploring, it seems. So I'll have her gather up some food. Is Anna. We'll go ahead and gather up this berry patch right here. And then, let's see, we have Dukrovan. Did some of the food disappear? Can the meat disappear if you wait too long? Aha, there we go. Dukrovan is protecting the berries, which I think Rasisi would find kind of enchanting. I think that they have a little bit of a quiet romance occurring over here by the berry patch. So it's actually a good sign of stability if their tribe is able to start making eyes at one another, because there's enough food that they don't have to just focus on intense survival. So that's a good thing. All right, Rasisi will have her gather up from both of the berry bushes. We'll have Roduk move over here and collect up that food, and then he can clear away some of these grass pieces in a minute. And then over here we have Cuckoo, who has had a few interesting children. I would not want to breed him with Rasisi because there's too much of a chance that they would have unhealthy children. I mean, they both do have normal eyesight, but their immunities... I mean, technically... Yeah, as long as they have normal eyesight, that's kind of the main thing I'm focusing on right now. But we'll see. All right, no pressure. All right, so let's see. Can I get Kai into the nest? I can. So let's move to Tata over. We'll get them ready to have another child. And then she can jump in here. And now Kai, right away, will be having another baby to carry on the berry-eyed lineage. So this is actually a very healthy child. She doesn't have as much of the collecting ability as I would really love to see, but at least she has normal eyesight, and we're starting to see more of that in the family. So I don't think I need to worry about their children. I may need to worry about their children having short-sighted eyes. So we'll go ahead and leave that in place as long as Kai is one of the mothers. All right, and then, oh yeah, and Ori. Please, Ori, let's see if Ori can survive, please. Oh, that's so sad. So Ori passed away. She was not able to have her very last child, but she left behind a couple amazing little ones, Orota, who we're going to have to send him down into the water and see what he does once he's in the water with his new aquatic body. And then Oro, who is just kind of, can I get this bunny? There's so many bunnies! There's so many bunnies! I think he definitely would want to clear away all of these bunnies. And then we have our little double digger, Cecilia. Actually, they would have good children. Look at that. Immunity A and F, immunity G and H. So they would have hemophilia children, though. I guess we just can't have perfect genetics just yet. So we'll just do the best with what we've got. But I do want to, yeah. Oh, yes, another violet-eyed baby. A little girl named Rice. Is she a good collector? She's a decent collector. So a decent collector with short-sighted eyes. Darn. And I guess we can actually come in and we'll take out Water Body. And I'm going to put in Nimble Fingers, I think. Yeah, I think I want Nimble Fingers with normal eyes more than anything else right now. And as much as I hate to wait, we will have those kinds of collectors taking good care of our berry patches. And then we will focus on having the aquatic creatures in the future. All right, let's move little Kona up into, there you go, into the nest. And then we will continue having Cuckoo move over and clear away the grasses up to that zone. We'll have Mila also be a good scout, and she'll continue to help clear away the grasses too. Finally! Oh, it's so much better just to have a few normal-eyed creatures, because then you can start seeing so much more of your territory. So, yep. All right, good. I think Tatata would be quite proud of what they're achieving. And Lanana. So Lanana, and then Rice. I want to rename her. Let's rename her, let's see. Tatata. Tice? Let's go with, let's see, Rice, what's your mother's name again, Kai? Let's just go with Rai. So Rai and Kai. And there we go. She's beautiful as well. So, so many different creatures, so many different choices. All right. So let's see. Is Nana, we'll just focus on food. Food. That's really what we want to see. A lot collected. So let's just focus on getting to the 200 food, like I keep saying. All right. And then Kai will come down here. Nope. Come on, Kai. You can come down here and we'll get your daughter, Lanana, out of the nest, and she can come up here and sit among the berry patches that she has inherited, because they are prospering. So even though it's kind of like we're just sort of spinning our wheels until we have enough food to get to the middle island, they are at least starting to prosper more than they ever have before. Now Kai can jump into the nest and have another child. And there we go. Tatata can start moving around now that so much of the area is lit up, and he can actually start collecting up a lot of the berries for us. So that's a good thing. And Rasisi, I think I may have her take Dukrovan as her mate pretty soon, but he's going to stay over there and help gather up the berries too. Look at that, 100 food. So we're about halfway there, and we'll clear away some more of the grasses. Wonderful. There's bunnies running from us because they have consumed all of the berries on several of our bushes. Aha. Oh, this is interesting. So I wonder, yes, that's so clever, you guys. I just noticed this. When your creatures still have moves left, they're the only ones moving their heads when you pull up like this. Look at that. That is a feature I've never really noticed before. All right. Good to know. And can I reach the bunny? I cannot reach the bunny, but we can at least clear away the grass. I think that Sikoi is a little bit more aggressive than normal, and she really wants to tackle some of those bunnies. And we'll have to send Orota into the water soon. He does have Crackerjaw. So we will probably send him down and we'll see what happens. Like, can he fly? Can he swim? Oh, no. Orota, there we go. Can he swim in the deep waters? That'll be really interesting to see. Okay, so let's see. Is everybody taken care of? Except for this little baby. So Kirkir can just focus on digging right here. And he doesn't really have any other skills, just digging. But digging, it's not a terribly bad thing. It can be a little useful. Not as useful in my opinion as Berry Paw, Nimble Fingers. But we'll get there. All right, so let's go ahead and see what Kai's next child is going to be. And A little boy, thank goodness. So a little boy, Kudukvan, and we'll actually name him Tavan after his father. There we go. And he's got 1 collecting. He's got some good strength though. And he's got the violet eyes and G&B immunity. So not bad. He's also got swimming tail, and he has the red antlers that are a sign of health and prosperity in this tribe. And thank goodness, normal eyesight. So that's pretty good. We're starting to get a lot of creatures though, so we may need to hold off on the breeding for a little bit and just start picking creatures that I would want to move to the next island. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, and we have another baby. All right, we have Anna Anis, and she's got spiky body. She's got spiky body and venomous fangs. That's actually really cool looking. Oh, let's look at her. Where is she? Look at her. This is so awesome. I really like how she turned out, actually. I like her a lot. Okay, you guys. I think I want to start getting ready to move to the next island. I know it's early, but we're starting to come up with a few very unique children. So I think we will gather up little ones like Anais. We may gather up a little Orota here. Look at that. What do you've got? He's got little fins. That's what he's got on him. That's so curious. So we may gather up Orota and some of the others and start preparing to leave for the next island, because I think that we may have a lot better luck over there, just being able to sit down and reassess where we're at and where we want to go. And what on earth is going on over here? Van, you're sitting on what just happened? What do you mean? We have a new female with C and I immunity. Oh my gosh. As usual, just as we're getting ready to move on to the next island, a new twist has arrived. Brown eyes, CNI immunity, spit snout, claw. She's got, oh man, just an interesting little grab bag, and she's got collecting at least. So we have a new female, you guys, and I think we may add her into the tribe, even if that means having a lot of them, because maybe she can help lead them across to the next island. So we'll have to see. We will have to see for sure. I'm just ready to start moving on and then just taking the risk and seeing what happens. This is a lot messier now that we have so many different genetics at play than any of our previous tribes, so I think I'm comfortable with that idea. We will crank up our production on berries and gather up as much food as possible, and then I think we'll snag some of our youngest members and our most interesting genetics, and we'll go to the next island and see what is offered over there. I think that is what Tatata in his reign is starting to tell everybody to do. Because after all, who knows what kind of berries may be across the waters. So I think that's the choice I want to make, because it's probably the best decision so that we can sit down and start trying to do some serious work with our genetics. I just noticed all of our creatures are spotty. All of them except this newcomer, so we may add her in just to have a bit of variety. But yeah, I think that's probably what I want to do. So we'll focus on trying to feed up our creatures. I think we're good on breeding them for now, and then I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.